Assalamualaikum and a very good day. Welcome to UTM Online Learning. Today, you are with me, Juhazrin Junaidi. We'll be looking at Web Project Management Module Part 1. Before we begin with this module, let's look at the content outline. At the end of this session, you should be able to, number 1, gain knowledge about web project management. Number 2, identify skills required by web developers group. And number 3, state roles and responsibilities of a web project manager. Okay, for slide number 1, about web project management. As you can see, a web project management or a web project consists of elements time, quality, and cost. And those 3 elements are attached to one point in the middle, as you can see in the diagram. As a project manager, you should be able to manage the 3 elements in a web project, that is time, quality, and cost. If you move the point in the middle towards time, meaning that you are trying to reduce the time of the web development, you will subsequently increase the quality and cost of the development. So, it is the responsibility of the project manager to attain or maintain the appropriate balance between all 3 elements. There are several types of models that can be used for project management. As we know that web project is also a project, so we can take models from project management to be applied into web project management. Today, I will show to you 3 examples of web project management, which are traditional organizational hierarchy model, project coordination model, and also delicate tension model. Let's look at every one of these 3. Number 1, traditional organizational hierarchy model. This is the diagram for this model. As you can see, the project manager is at the top of the hierarchy. The project manager in this model has full authority to his subordinates or the team of the web project. So, the decision is made by the project manager and sent down to all the members through this model. You can think of the pros and the cons of this model to be applied in a web project management. The second example I would like to show to you is the project coordination model. As you can see here, the project manager is at the center of the web project group. In this diagram, it shows that the project manager is central to connect all the subordinates or the team members of the web project management. In certain cases, as you can see, the project manager could also lose control of the management if the members of the web project decide among themselves to proceed with certain decision in the web project. Let's look at example number 3, delicate tension model. This is set as a more satisfactory model, where the project manager is at the top of the model of the hierarchy in the web project, and then decision can be made by the project manager as well as the members of the group. Even if the members decide among themselves, the decision that has been made is approved by the project manager. Okay, let's take some time to look at quiz number 1. The question: which project management model set the project manager at the center of the hub, managing activities between team members? Is it traditional organizational hierarchy model, or is it the project coordination model? Take a few seconds to think about this. Exactly. The answer is B, project coordination model. Okay, let's proceed. This is an example of a tool that you can use in project planning. This tool is called the Gantt chart. It can be in this form with colors and squares to describe the time and the tasks that are needed to be completed within the project management. It presents the project program visually so that all the members in the web project management group can apply the planning into action. This is another example of a Gantt chart. Okay, now let's go into skills within web development team. In a web development team, 5 necessary skills are needed among the members of the team. The first skill is strategy. Next is project management. The third is architecture and design. Fourth is content. And also number 5, programming skills. Let's look at each of these skills that can be applied in a web project management. Number 1, strategy skill. The team members need to have a view on the existing projects in web project and also what are the future of web project so that they can manage their project to meet the needs of people or users in the existing time. They also need to set some objectives of the web that they are developing and also look at marketplace opportunities, challenges, competition, etc. as a part of the strategy in a web project management. Number 2, project management skills. It is important so that the members of a web project team can deliver a project on time based on budget and based on the specification that has been outlined at the beginning of the project. Number 3 is the architecture and design skills. This is another important skill that has to be obtained by the web project management team. Why? Because they are the ones who will be designing and developing the interface and information design of the web. They also need to manage the navigation and also interaction so that they will ease the users through the web that they are developing. They also need to create visual graphic design to make their web project much more interesting for the users. Skill number 4, content development. The web project management team need to have this skill because they are the ones who will be developing the content, either the content of the web and also the content that are fed into the web that they develop, such as RSS feed, etc., etc. They also need to have the skills to create original content, and also they will be able to edit the existing content on their website. Skill number 5, programming skills. This is required because the web project team will have to design the data and also the site architecture. They also need to know some other background programming skills so that they can manage the web that they are developing. All right, let's look at quiz number 2. Web development is a what project? Is it an individual project or a team project? Let's take a moment to think about this. Yes, as we have discussed earlier, that this kind of project requires a lot of skills, and there are also models that represent a web development team. So, web development is a team project. Good job. Let's proceed with the role of the project manager. If you are a project manager, there are several roles that has to be played by the project manager. Among them are to attain the project objectives and also to deliver the right product to the users. Let's look at the attributes of a good web project manager. there are two main attributes. Number one is hard skills. What are the hard skills of a good web project manager? A good project manager needs to have an experience in project management and also production. Also, rigorous understanding of scheduling, budgeting, and resource allocation. A good web project manager also need to know about risk management, about testing, and also acquire superior written and verbal communication skills so that he can communicate all the objectives of the web to the subordinates or the web project members. A good web project manager under hard skills also require to have the ability to lead effective meetings, because when we have a team for web project management, of course, we will have several meetings to discuss on the web project. He must also have the skills to change control, also sufficient level of technical knowledge and knowledge of legal issues concerning contracts, data protection, copyright, etc. The next attribute is soft skills. A good web project manager will need to become a good communicator and educator. Also a team player who leads by example, has the ability to empathize, has enthusiasm for the web, and also the ability to stay calm under pressure. He or she must also be good at handling relationships, recognition of emotional credits among the team members, and debits for use with client and team to steer project forward. A good web project manager also needs to have the ability to take responsibility and learn from his or her own mistakes. Also pays a great deal of attention to detail, also a pragmatic person, and also solution-oriented to ensure that the web project can be managed properly. Now, another quiz for you to look at. Which one is the soft skill needed for a good web project manager? Is it the ability to take responsibility and learn from own mistakes, or ability to lead effective meetings? Take a moment to think about this. Okay, B is the answer. The skill, a soft skill needed for a good web project manager is the ability to lead effective meetings. A, the answer A is the hard skills for a good web project manager. Okay, these are some of the references that you can look at as reference to what we have discussed in today's topic. With that, I thank you and I'll see you later. Goodbye.